Good morning, everybody. We should be live, I think. Let me just take a look here. It looks like we're live. All right, let me get the chat on screen because some of you guys have already messaged. Okay, so let's start at the top. How's it going, Diamond? Virgil, how's it going? So Engenius equals overpriced. Well, I didn't pay for any of it, so I don't really know. They just sent me some gear. My mic should be working, I hope. Okay, $600 for an 8-port 2.5 gigabit switch and no PoE. I haven't really looked at most of their line yet. Cloud managed. They do have the Sky Key, and which I have, and I think you could locally manage it. Isn't the whole point of 2.5 to be more affordable solution than the 10 gig, you would think? Reginald, did I get your tweet? I just saw it. I know where the download page is, but they're just, it's like they're hiding it, right? And I don't really know why. Jerry, how's it going? Javier, how's it going? You hear me? Okay, perfect. At the beginning of the stream, I had my mic muted. In the video yesterday, I was doing, I did a video and for some reason it didn't work. And so I had to overlay the audio over it. You wouldn't have probably known at all. Jim, how's it going? Don, how's it going? Yeah, Don, sorry I didn't get back to you about that one guy. He never reached back to me. He was in a panic about this one bell jack and then never, emailed me back. Bruce, how's it going? Virgil. So I wasn't planning on doing a stream today. I was supposed to be out doing that deployment. Actually, let's see if I can bring it up on page. I think I can. I just don't want to show. Hold on a sec. Just going to see if I could bring that map up. Oh, I don't know if I saved it. Did I save it? I really need to start saving these maps. I don't think I saved it. Crap. I don't know where I would have saved it if I did. Anyway, that was for the topology for the drawing yesterday, but that's where I was supposed to be at that point to multi-point job today, but it's too cold out. It's like minus 15 here right now. I didn't really want to work outside, and it's hard doing cabling when you're outside. Sam Tech Tips, how's it going? The Last Dragon, nice to see you. Corny, how's it going? Slight delay between voice and video. So my lips are off then, a little bit. Maybe try refreshing. I don't know. I actually didn't test the audio this morning. I'm looking to have an electrician run Ethernet from the basement through the attic to the second floor. I would like a future-proof 10 gig. I would use Cat 6A if you're looking for 10 gig. Is the audio off for anybody else? Like, is my lips off? I don't even know really where to adjust the settings. I use XSplit. I don't use OBS like most people use. I use XSplit. I pay for it, but I know there's probably a delay setting that I could do, but I have it on a hold of 200. Ryan, how's it going? Yeah, I mean, in some videos you're gonna see it. Before I do my videos, I do the clap test. I look at it and it seems fine, but then, I mean, it isn't, right? And it is what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna redo the whole video. For you, Impression Provo wire has cold temp inside cable. Oh, nice. Yeah, well, the whole thing was, I didn't want to work outside today. It's too cold, right? So what we were doing today was to install, I didn't include this in the video, but if we go to Unifi, we bought the mounting. I hate how they have their new site, or the site right now. Wired products. Oh, where the heck are they? It's not the quick mount. You know what, where it would be? It would be in my Amazon. Let's take a look. Amazon.ca. Let's look at my orders. So we have to mount these right here. These are the poles that we're going to be using for the nano beams. in the light APAC or whatever it's called. So yeah, I didn't want to, my hands would be freezing and I need a Sunday off. It's been a long week for sure. It's a bit off. Okay. Well, you know what? I'll, slight delay. Okay. Well, I'll look at that. How's it going, Tony? XSplit does have a delay and a little on the video and audio. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. I know there has been some videos where people say it. I try to do my best to look at it unless I move to OBS. But the problem is I've never learned OBS and it seems more complicated than XSplit is. And I don't know if that's true just because I haven't used OBS. Cooking dinner while watching. Nice. It's 11 a.m. for us right now. Let's see, because that's going to bug me now. The noise game will stay open. 1 sec, guys. I could put a delay. I could put a 1 second delay. Let's try that. You guys let me know if that's worse. If it's worse, then I'll put it back. I just put a 1 second delay. Yeah, so I use XSplit for streaming and I use XSplit to do my videos. Yep. The homepage of UI you're looking at seems like outdated. That site has already updated and you may be zoomed in. I may be zoomed in. That's true. Let me take a look. I mean, I probably am because... No, I'm at 100%. Right? So this is the Canadian store. Let's go to the US store. I mean, this is what it's showing up for me. What do I have in my cart? I have something in my cart. 17 in France, so it's 5 o'clock. Wow. Yeah, it's only 11 o'clock here. OBS definitely better. Yeah, I mean, I need to learn it, right? I know a lot of other creators, they use it, and I mean, it's free, so I probably will. Hi, Cody. Just got a 24-port Unifi Gen 2 switch. Didn't realize the switch wouldn't power my G3 Dome. It doesn't power your G3 Dome. Let me just see. G3 Dome. What is the power rating on those? Do they even have where are the G3 Domes? They don't have these in the US store anymore. Weird. Let's see. You meant on the homepage? Okay, we'll take a look at the homepage. Where is they must have taken the G3 Domes completely off. That's weird. You're looking at Top Chat again. Here we go. Hold on a sec. I mean, I don't think it really matters, does it? Because it's still the chats are still in the same order. Just 1 sec. G3 Dome. I want to see what power that uses. You could probably just get a power injector. That might be your cheapest bet. 30 frames per... I've never used this camera before. I have the G4 Dome, which I'm planning on doing the video maybe this week on. I just don't know if Amazon really has specs on this or what the power rating is for it. You should do a review on Netgear Insight products. I think I reached out to Netgear a little while ago. I never heard anything. Let me take a look at that. That's kind of like their cloud platform, right? It looked interesting. I think I did look at it a little bit before. I just want to see, okay, services. What is this subscription thing? I don't know. I don't like how they have a subscription at the top. Secure your business easily and seamlessly. VPN configuration shouldn't be a burden. Okay. Expand your Wi-Fi without any cables. So we're doing a wireless mesh. Optimize Wi-Fi coverage automatically. So, I mean, that's just like, you know, any normal, when you have anything on auto. Hey, Cody, I turned the remote button off and on, signal back in, and now have access. Oh, So you didn't have the remote button. Okay. So you're good. You're good now then. Awesome. I can't see. Okay, so this is their devices. I just wonder how much they would cost to do something like this. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting some new gear. Smart W / optional remote cloud management via Insight. Smart layer 2, light layer 3 networking, and security and optional cloud manage via Insight. One thing I don't like, I mean, I love how Unifi, they post their prices on their website. I hate having to go in and finding retailers to grab the price. I mean, I probably can just look on Amazon, but... So let's see if this... So it's the GC510P. GC510P. It's 199 bucks. So that, what is this? Oh, it's a managed PoE switch. I mean, that's not terrible price, I guess. So it's got 8 ports PoE and then 134 watts with 2 1 gig SFPs. I mean, it's okay price, I guess. Let's see here. Any issues if the runs from the basement to the wall jack in the attic and then another wall jack in the upstairs room, trying to future-proof? What you should do, you should run all your drops back to a central location, like have one room dedicated for a rack or your network room, and run every single every single Ethernet line back to there. $9 per. I wonder what that gets you though. I'll have to look into it more because I haven't looked at it really that much. Don't forget to hit the smash the like button. That's right. What are we at? I don't know what viewers we're at. It's showing me 2 different things. I think we're at like 68. On this screen, it's saying 32 and 16 likes. Cody, is the smart plug usable with a cloud managed site? Which smart plug are you talking about? Are you talking about the Unifi smart plug? They do have on Amazon. Yeah, I'll look at all the Amazon stuff. If I got something like that, I would want to buy the full stack and kind of do how I did the small business Unifi deployments. Would you recommend to deploy the Unifi Talk for medium-sized businesses? Well, I haven't worked on Talk that much, and it's still, I think the controller's still in beta. So I wouldn't recommend it right yet until it's in general release. Does Unifi Protect have the ability to only record during certain times of the day? I'm actually not sure if they have a schedule. You could have it set so it's motion only. We could go into my cameras and take a look. Yeah, you could manage the you should be able to manage the smart plug from, are you talking about from like Unifi, what is it? Unifi.ui.com. You should be able to see it in your controller for sure. When I did my video, I was able to. Just give me a sec here, guys. Crap, wrong password. And then we could take a look at the security cameras. Oh crap, wrong password again. What am I doing? Oh, that's why. That's why. All right. I do have a password manager, but I'm not logged in right now. Unifi Talk is still in beta and not ready for prime time. No, I mean, it's pretty cool. I think that once they get it into general release and add some more features, it will be great, especially if they allow you to choose your own SIP provider and not just go through them. I have a UDM Pro and I'm now debating if I should get the 10 gigabit switch or the 1 gigabit switch. How can I determine how much uplink I use to decide? I mean, it depends what you do in your house. If you have like a NAS, you know, and you're running tons of media stuff off it, a 10 gig uplink wouldn't be bad. A lot of people, they would be fine with 1 gig throughout their whole house. Dr. Carpy, how's it going? All right, so here's my MVR. Let's see. I don't know if you could do scheduling on it, to be honest with you. That's something I've never looked at. Backups. If anybody else knows, put it in the chat. You could do the purging. Alerts, backups, we don't care about that. Because typically you're doing it per device, right? Like if we go to my doorbell, we go to recording. I have it always set to record, and then you could do it never motion or smart detections. But I don't think you could say, you know, record from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. and that's it. I could be wrong. I could be wrong though. Whoops. Finally caught up with the live chat despite the time difference. About to receive my UDM Pro and Pro Switch with the Nano HD and U6 lights. Awesome. Yeah, the U6 lights are great. I used it in my my video yesterday. Same with the Nano HD. I don't know. I have a Nano HD around here somewhere. So now for my business side of things, I'm only going to be selling like the HD line and the U6 stuff. Switching ISPs from Bell to a local company today. I've never heard of them. That built up their own fiber. Any ideas on how I may be able to bypass their modem? You'll have to talk to them, Josh, to see if they'll allow you to do that. A lot of companies don't allow you to do that unless you're a business account. Does the smart plug reset on its own, or does it take a command from the controller? If so, then it wouldn't receive the command if the internet is no longer. So if it detects that there's no Wi-Fi, I believe that's how it works, then it will reset your modem. I had an issue with mine after I did that video where it was resetting my modem probably every 10 minutes. So I took it out. I got it somewhere sitting over there. I might test it out because they did just come out with a new update for it. There isn't much available online since there's no local companies to Windsor. Bell was easy to bypass. I still haven't bypassed my Bell. I need to do that. I want to upgrade my in-laws AP strength, but they're using the Asus 8X. Can they use a Nano HD using the PoE? They could, but it's, I mean, you're going to have to use the Unifi controller to configure the new Nano HD. Can't do scheduling. Yeah, that's what I thought. And of course the company says, so I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world if you have to go through the ISP stuff. I mean, a lot of people don't like to, but it's not the worst in the world. Troy T, awesome videos, rarely sub, but you deserve it. Thank you, I appreciate it. We mostly do streaming on multiple devices, one 4K TV, online gaming. You know what, you would be fine with a 1 gig SFP connection, yeah. You wouldn't need any more than that. I mean, I don't really need 10 gig in my house either. The reason I do is, I mean, for YouTube. So I did the review on the aggregation switch. Unifi sent me a couple switches as well. Would Cat5e handle the 4K streaming from? Yes, it would. Absolutely. So yeah, Cat5e could still run. I mean, that's all I'm running in the house. I don't know if I could show my controller now. Since the new changes in, just give me a sec. Unifi.ui got, since the new changes in 1.9, it exposes your public IP in some places. And I haven't used it too much, so I don't know if I want to put it on screen. Let me just take a look. Where the heck is it? Ooh, we could look at my Unifi test machine. We could, no, I can't look at that because that's brand new. See here, I probably can go to devices and show you guys. Does it show you your uplink speeds? I just want to make sure that it doesn't show the Public IP. I think we're good. If not, well, I'll just get my IP changed, I guess. Okay, so here's the map. I'm only running Cat5e throughout the house. I'm planning on doing an upgrade eventually to Cat6a. But we could see here, well, this right here, this is a direct link. So on the UDM Pro, we have a 10 gig between the UDM Pro and the USW aggregation. And then I got a 20 gig going from the USW Pro 24 down to the aggregation, which is just in a lag group. And then here it's just 1 gig, and then that's 10 gig to my MVR. But even these, well, those are all pointed back in here, but you're running everything at a gig speed no matter what. Cat5e is capable of gig up to 100 meters. And it's a lot cheaper. I mean, if you're only doing 1 gig connections, you always want to try to future-proof if you can and do like a Cat6a. Yes, I do. Jose, I recommend the Unifi cameras. I think they're awesome. I mean, they're super easy to set up. It might not show through, probably doesn't show that well through the stream. But I mean, they're great cameras if this one ever loads. It looks like it's not having the best Wi-Fi right now. Like they're awesome cameras. I mean, this is the front doorbell, obviously. They're just, the night vision on it is great. I think it's great. The only problem, the biggest problem is the price, right? So if we go to the Canadian store, you're paying $600 for a 4K camera. I just quoted someone, he wanted to change all his cameras in his house, and it was going to end up just for hardware to be $7,000. Which switch would you recommend if you wanted to use 2 different ISP providers? Well, that would be a router firewall, right? It wouldn't be a switch. So if you were going to go with 2 ISPs, I would probably get either a pfSense, I would use pfSense, but you could get a Netgate box, right? Or you could get, which I'll show in a minute, the Protectly stuff. Oh, why is that blocking ads? I think that's my, I forget what it's called. But these pfSense appliances are great. These are, oh, you guys can't see that. Let me move over. So these are the US prices. And you need to look at what the layer 3 forwarding is and the speeds through it, right? Because I have the SG1100 and the routing, it won't go over 500 megabits per second. So you need to make sure that you get one powerful enough for your house or business. But I would do a Netgate box, or I would do like a Protectly and load pfSense onto it. Only problem is they're sold out. They're always sold out. I mean, there's not a time when I look at it that they're not sold out. Can you show a night shot? I probably could. I just don't want to show my neighbors. I mean, no one should really be coming by the... Well, let's take a look. Here, I'll pull it off to the side and I'll... Whoops, let's get rid of that. I lost my password. Not events. Let's look at a time lapse and then I'll find some night stuff. So that's the front doorbell, which there isn't that much light around, but I mean, you could still see the lettering of... you guys might not be able to see it that much because of the compression, but I forget what it says, come again or something like that. I forget what that mat says. Let's look at my G4. Let's go to the G4. Whoops, that's front door. Left side. I think that's my G4. No, let's look at that one. Okay. So this will be from a G4 Bullet, right? So it's pretty good. I mean, my car is filthy right now, but I mean, the night vision's pretty good on it. Can't really see my license plate, but I think that's because there's a lot of dirt on it right now. For future-proof home upgrades, try to install a central vacuum conduit from the basement to the attic. Yes, that's a good idea. Not a lot of people do the conduit between their attic to the basement. If I want to have a couple Unifi Protect cameras, can I get a Gen 2 cloud key for? Yeah, you can. Yep. On a UDM instead of UDM Pro. Well, it's going to be two different controllers, right? Because the base UDM, it has its own network controller, but you could use the Cloud Key Gen 2 just for Protect. Cloud Key Gen 2 Plus just for Protect. You can use Mushroom Truffle if you want to aggregate or combine bandwidth between the ISPs. Only other applications may do so. I thought you could do that with pfSense as well. I'm not too sure. So what's on your agenda today? You mentioned some stuff in the description. Did I? I don't even know what's on my, let me see. Nothing. You know what? The thing is, I do the Friday live stream, right? So it's pretty much an overlap of that, and then just talking to people who missed it. I mean, most of you are there on Fridays as well. It's going to be the same thing because we kind of talked about the Engenius stuff on the live stream Friday. I wasn't even supposed to live stream today. Like I said at the beginning, I was supposed to be on a job. Let me move myself back over. There we go. Simon, how's it going from North Ireland? Oh, that's what I'm going to talk about too, but hold on a sec. Okay, so I believe TP-Link has something with multi-WAN capability. What a TP-Link, let me see. I'm only really familiar with Unifi model numbers. Yeah, that may be. I mean, the one I have, I forget what it's called. It could do WAN. It could have multiple WANs as well. I don't think it's this one that I have though. But it could do multiple LAN or WANs, but I don't think you could combine it for like, you know, I have two 1 gig connections coming into the house. I don't think I could combine the bandwidth to make it 2 gigs. It's just a failover. I've been switching over from Nest IQ cams to the G4 Pros. The Nest definitely have a nicer features such as two-way audio and the motion tracking. Haven't done the doorbells. So you think the Nest are better than the G4? Do you think the G4 Pros are worth it over the G4 Bullets? Not for the price, probably not. I mean, I think they do have a wider view, but yeah, I think they have a bigger view, but that's about it. And the night vision's a little better. It depends on where you live. Like my street is very bright, so I don't really need the best night vision. Oh, the T. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's the one I have. The TR605. It's a decent router. Got Wire, how's it going? Thanks for your stream last night. Didn't realize the point to multipoint stuff was so easy. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of settings to it. Luckily, the place that I'm going to, I mean, the shops are probably 100 feet away, and they have clear sign. Like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. It's just an open field. There's nothing blocking the antennas, so it's going to go super smooth. I'm excited to get that job done. You're not interested in combining, just switching over. Yeah, you could do the TL, this one right here, what Edward said, the TL-R605. It works great. I mean, and it's at a more cost-effective price point than the Unifi stuff or pfSense. Off target, but congrats on the point to multipoint. Yeah, I've never done a point to multipoint deployment before. So it was a lot of research, and the business that we're doing it for didn't want to spend a crazy amount of money. You could go extremely expensive with that stuff, and they don't need to, because these links are, you could have up to 450 megabits per second. I think their internet speed was 250 or something like that. Oh, you get notifications faster. On my Protect app, I have pretty much every single notification taken off. Clear line of sight. Yes, that's what I meant. And I couldn't think of it. Yeah, so I have almost all my notifications turned off, except for my front doorbell. Yeah, clear line of sight. That's what I meant. I mean, I can't speak today. But what else were we going to talk about? So TP-Link stuff. Speaking of TP-Link, people have been asking me in the comments to make more TP-Links, more TP-Link videos. I'm not really too sure what else I could do. I'm sure there's something I could think of. I think I've already, let's look at what I've done. I'm pretty sure I've done VPN videos with it. I am getting a new TP-Link access point. So we did the TP-Link, EAP, Wi-Fi 6 review, that, which doesn't really matter. Let's see them all. Oh, I've done 13 videos on it. So this was the full configuration, kind of like the Unifi stuff. We did OpenVPN, creating VLANs, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm not too sure, unless they changed or they have a software update, which I don't think they do. But I'll show you what I'm getting. I'm getting another access point from them. It's not a Wi-Fi 6, or I'm buying another access. Are you a solar contractor owner? And if so, how do you manage multiple clients with technical when they come up? So I am solo right now. Eventually I may hire somebody else. I would need somebody who is at my skill set for the Unifi stuff, or I mean slightly under, because that's primarily all we're doing. How do I manage technical difficulties? The best I can. If I'm working on a job and, you know, like a network down situation happens, I'll ask the client who I'm working with if we could, you know, reconvene in later in the evening or something to go work on it. It honestly doesn't happen that often. And specifically with all my clients, we're in different time zones, so it kind of works out nicely. I'd like to see how UDM Pro works when you use network access and protect together with the 4 gigs. I have it. Do I have it running like that right now? I don't think I do. On your current project, are you going to install cameras? I am installing cameras as well. That because the type of company it is, the government requires them to have cameras. So we're gonna end up scoping out cameras for that place. But I could tell you that the UDM Pro runs fine with the network access and protect working. If you just have the default corporate LAN on the UDM Pro and create a 2.5 gigabit SSID and a separate 5 gig SSID using the default, will devices on the 2 be able to? Yes, absolutely. Because you're still on the same network. You'd still be on the 192.168.1.1 network. Second off topic, a while ago you mentioned you're using mostly auto settings in your home. Yep. Is it the case, or you've decided to do 1611, 36? I don't actually know what I'm set to right now, to be honest. Let me pull this aside. The thing is, I change a lot because of the videos. Let's see. It is so, this interface, I haven't played around with the new interface that much. I think I could show all this stuff, can I? All right, so here's my access points. I guess I have some of them auto configured. So my in-wall HD is at 6 and then 40. Unifi 6LR, I probably turned that. Okay, that's on auto right now, but it's set to HE80, which is not default. Default would be HE40. I still have an AP. Oh, I only have 3 access points right now. I must have some turned off. Yeah, and this one's set to channel 144. Typically, I would just have it on auto, to be honest with you. RMTV, how's it going? Assuming I connect all APs through one 24-port switch. Oh yeah, they'd still be able to communicate. Yeah, it's the same network. Thanks for all the info for the Unified G4 doorbell. Does the notification include an image? No, it does not. I think that would be really cool though if it did. Would you say the UDM Pro is faster than the Asus AX1100? I think that's the one I did a review on, right? I mean, I don't think it's any faster. The UDM Pro doesn't have built-in Wi-Fi where the AX1100 does. The port speed, I think, where is it? I don't know where I put it. If they, I think, did they have higher end speeds in their actual Ethernet ports? I think they may have. And if that's the case, if they had a 2.5 gig, then it would be. Let's look over the hardware here, shall we? Where's my water? Oh, here we go. Tech specs. I haven't done anything else with this. I think it's sitting in my closet right now. I don't know if, I mean, I don't know if my audience really cares about, you know, this type of ASUS stuff, but when I run out of videos, video ideas, I'll probably come back to it. So it would be faster. So it has a, oh wait, hold on a sec. So it does have one 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port, but I think that's for WAN. So all their LAN ports are just 1 gig. Was the 15 rack you showed us last system with the cable management, did you use cage nuts? Like the last build I just did? It wasn't a 15, it was an 8. I don't know if this is the one you're referring to. Let's go to my Instagram. No. That's my personal Instagram. Whoops. So this one right here, this is just an 8U that we just, this was in a house that we haven't completed yet. We still need to hang the nano HDs and a bunch of cameras. But these type of mounts that I buy, can we zoom in? Let's see. If I use a snipping tool, can we zoom in? Let's take a look here. You could kind of see that there's these little circles, right? Actually, I could zoom in right here. So you could see that there's the circles. Those are the screw holes, and it makes it way easier. You don't need cage nuts at all. For some reason, this rack came with cage nuts. I have no idea why. This is just an 8U. Another thing that bugs me, and a bunch of people on Reddit, I put this in like their Reddit cable porn section. One thing that bugged me is you see the rack units, they go down up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Typically in racks, you see it go top down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is a little different. Yeah, this was posted on Reddit. I did this, I post some things on Reddit, not everything. People rip you apart for every little, if you post yourself on the internet, you're going to get ripped apart, right? But, I mean, this actually did very well on Reddit. I could actually probably bring it up. I posted in Home Lab. Home Lab did really well. I don't know if the other section did though. And this loop, just so everybody knows, because people have asked us as well, this loop isn't just hanging, it's attached to the backboard and there's no pressure on these back patch panels. I'll take a picture of the back patch panels when I'm on site Thursday. Let me just take a look. Reddit, where the heck is it? Is this it? There we go. Yeah, so I just posted that on Reddit. It's got, what, 83 comments. I try to reply to most things in my social stuff, but YouTube's very hard to get to all the comments, and I try to do some of them every morning. SFP WAN port on the UDM Pro doesn't currently support 2.5. No, it doesn't. This stops it from being plug and play for the Bell 1.5 speed using the GPON. Do you think it will come? Do you think Unifi will turn it? I don't know if they could turn it, if that's like a software thing that they could do. It would be very nice if they could, right? I wish they would have had the 1, 2.5, 5, and 10. What size drive is good for the UDM Pro for 6 cameras? I would max it out. I think Unifi says the max is 8 terabytes, but I believe you could go to 10 or 12. Use Zoom It. I've never even heard of that. Zoom It. Let me write that down. Zoom It. Zoom IT. It's a pre-tapped. Yeah. See, I don't know all these technical terms. It's way, yeah, pre-tapped mounted rack. Thanks for the great content. Hope your channel grows. Yeah, trying to compare processors and throughput of the UDM Pro and the ASUS AX. The ASUS is higher. It really depends what you want to do with it. Like for a house that you're like a gaming house and you don't care about multiple VLANs and things like that, go with the ASUS maybe. But if you want to do multiple VLANs management, all that stuff, go with the Unifi or pfSense. Actually, the home lab people have been fairly nice. There's been a few people, but I mean, it is what it is. Cody, you've cleaned up the room. No, that's not my room. That's a customer's that I just did last week. Glad there's no cage nuts. I hate cage nuts. I mean, yeah, I don't like cage nuts at all. They're just a pain to work with. And then you could get the cage nut tool that you pop them out. I used to work in a data center and we would, well, I wouldn't rack the servers. I just design everything where they go. And sometimes I put the cage nuts in, it just kills your fingers. The kernel supports it. Okay. Well, if the kernel supports it, maybe they're going to push an update for it. I mean, that would be great if they did. Hey, Cody, my G4 doorbell disconnects every time someone rings it. Wi-Fi is great and there is an AP. Maybe there's a power... I was just about to say maybe you have a power issue. But if you've replaced the transformer... I think Unifi has one of their own. I would suspect it's a power issue, to be honest with you. Where is it? Right... This right here. Maybe try it out, the Unifi G4 doorbell power supply. But this one's only 20 VAC. I thought they recommended 30. Strange. It's part of the sys internal suite for display work. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. And Andrew, you have a pretty... Your last name's pretty close to mine. If you just had A after the M. My last name's McCallum. Just managed to get some of the modest price thin cables. They are really thin. Now to get some patch panels and tidy up the home lab. Yeah, the tidying up always takes a little while, right? What I do if I'm going to tidy it up, I'll rip all my cables out. I'll probably cut all the keystones off and then just redo everything. Need a cage nut tool? Yes, I had one in the past, but I haven't done that in quite a while. I have had rack studs. Yep, I've used or they sent me a couple packages. I just shipped some to somebody. I forget who it was actually. Jason, I think his name was, in Canada. Late to the party. How's it going, Alonzo? Good to see you. I saw you in I see you in pretty much every stream, like Willie and all those guys. I mean, your room, the room you're sitting in, you don't have boxes laying all around. Well, not that you could see. I'm not going to show you guys over there. Over here, there's just a few boxes from the video I did yesterday. All the nano beams and stuff like that. But it's a lot cleaner because I dropped all the stuff off at client's house, which is awesome. I still have a bunch of cleaning up to do in this room. I want to do something with... Oops. Like up here. Well, I got all that crap over there. But I want to get rid of this shelf. You guys can't even really see it anyway. But I want to get rid of the shelf with all the stuff. I mean, there's no use in me keeping boxes. Yeah, but I want to have like a good backdrop set for the YouTube page. Probably cuts power to the doorbell when it contact closes the ring. Yes, that's what I was thinking. I've never had it. Like, it didn't happen on my doorbell. I didn't even have to install a new transformer either. So I'm not too sure. Okay, so what else we were going to talk about? Let's get rid of that. Let's see. So I talked about this last stream, but I'm going to be doing a video this week on this access point. Engenius sent it to me. It's a fairly expensive access point. I think it's almost, I think it's about $500 Canadian. So it's a Wi-Fi 6, 4x4, you know, all the standard stuff. So it's pretty cool. I'm glad they sent it to me because I would like to try it out. Where'd it go? Somebody mentioned to me. I put it on my... Did I put it on my TikTok? Let's take a look. It doesn't come with a mount. How do I look at myself on here? For you? View profile. There we go. Okay, so I did put it on my TikTok. Right? It's muted. Okay, yeah, it's muted. You'll see on the back how it has its mounting screws. And I don't think it came with anything else. So you can see right here that it's mounting screws. I mean, I don't like that design at all. I always hate having to measure it out and make sure that the mounting is correct. I don't understand why they would have done a design like that. What is the equivalent to the DMZ, ASUS, and UDM Pro? It reduces chances of double NAT for the Xbox. Well, if you have double NAT, that's because you have your ISP. Your ISP isn't in bridge mode, right? So to reduce that, just put your modem in bridge mode and then you don't have double NAT. Hey, I've recently set up a network with the UDM Pro using their Radius server. However, the certificate show is untrusted on the devices. Any ideas what it might be? Do you have certificates in it? I don't even have a SSL cert in my UDM. Not right now. I mean, you have to do it through command line. There's hacky ways that you could do it. You're just going to have, unless anybody else knows, right? What's going on, Albert? Oh, you need to see, there you go. I don't use Android ever. Don't measure, use a graphite pencil with the paper. Yeah, that's good. I won't be installing. I don't know where I'm going to install it. I mean, if we do a comparison between, let me just get off my TikTok. There we go. If we do a comparison between the U6 LR, I don't know if I'll do the U6 Lite in there, and a couple other Wi-Fi 6 devices, I'll probably mount them all in the same position just so we get the, you know, the best readings or ratings. But we'll see. I mean, I don't want to screw that to the top of my ceiling either. It's a little different. That's a good idea. Measure screw, just place a thumb in the screw hole. It's awesome. Which I don't know if I'm going to use them that often. I did see Crosstalk Solution. He did a review on it, and I don't think they performed overly well. But I'll come up with my own opinions when I do the testing. They also sent this 8-port PoE switch. So it's just a 1 gig switch, which I wish it was 2.5 because the access point has a 2.5 in it. I was thinking I could always do, let's go to the map. I'm pretty sure the USW Pro 24, these ports you could put into 2.5. So if that's the case, I might throw that on a 2.5 in the USW Pro 24. So that's talked about. This is the next TP-Link access point that I'm going to be reviewing or looking at. I had an older model of this same in-wall, but it was only 100 megabits per second. That's all it did. The interface going in was 100. The interfaces going out was 100. This is compared to the in-wall HD from Unifi. I don't know what the radios are in it, but I'll probably do a comparison. I'll do a video just on the EAP235, and then I'll do a comparison between the EAP235 and the in-wall HD. I need my water. I think I forgot my water. I use paper or card to mark the holes and sever a jig. Oh, that's a good idea. 1 gig, does it have a fan? I thought it said fanless, maybe not. I got it right beside me. Can't really see in it. Oh yeah, it's got a fan in the back. We'll see how loud that is when I power it up. But it has 4 uplink ports as well. So we could always do like a link aggregation if it does that. The one thing I wish Engenius had, shouldn't have got off that page. I wish they had a router, which I'm not sure they do. So they got the cloud stuff, they got the on-prem. Oh, it's the N-Sky? I thought it was I thought they called it Sky. Yeah, it's the Sky Key. They sent me one of those as well. But I don't think they have router firewalls. It would have been nice so that you could have done the full stack. But either way, we'll be taking a look at that maybe next week. We'll see. Okay, so that's that. This TP-Link, I mean, we'll see how it performs. I'm sure it will do decently. And then we're going to set up XCP. I don't know how much people will want to see XCPNG. I've personally never used it. I'm going to become familiar with it, and I'm going to set it up on my Protectly box and see how it works. Apparently it runs really well on the Protectly. That we don't need. That we don't need. That we don't need. Oh crap, we needed that. Oh well, it's gone. Gone forever. Do you use a UPS on your UDM Pro? I should. I don't. I don't yet. I haven't purchased one. I need to. Yeah, I really should. And everybody who's in this chat should put a UPS on their gear. I might order one today. I want to get a rack mount. I only have one U left in my rack. Will the in-wall HD be Wi-Fi soon? I think they're working on one. I'm not 100% sure. I recently upgraded my home network with the UDM Pro and a Nano HD. I also upgraded my internet to 500, and now the UDM Pro is not working. Any ideas? How's your... is it like a static IP that you have, or is it DHCP? I would just try rebooting it, to be honest with you. XCPNG is really nice. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Tom Lawrence's videos on it. It looks awesome. I'm just interested to see how many virtual machines I could spin up on the Protectly. And then I want to use my Synology as the storage. Control-Shift-T to reopen. Yeah, I'm kind of afraid to what will reopen though. DHCP, I would honestly reboot your network. Or just reboot do a power cycle on the UDM Pro. That's what I would do first if you haven't already done it. And this, yeah, we may take another look at the AX 11000. We'll see. So here's the Protectly that I have. I just wanted to show you guys what was in it, but if I could remember off the top of my head, I think I have an i3 with 16 RAM. I think there's a 1 terabyte hard drive in there as well. So it should be able to hold a few virtual machines anyway. If you're buying a UPS, check out the APC and then find an old UPS to trade in. They'll arrange a pickup. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, I would need a decent UPS, right? If you don't use the UPS on Unifi, can you program the Synology connect the UDS to shut down the UPN? I'm not too sure. Yeah, funny fact on the UPS stuff, the UDM Pro doesn't actually shut down when we request to. Oh, I didn't know that. So are you guys talking about the redundant power supply, the Unifi RPS? Or the UPS. I know the UDM Pros, you do a graceful shutdown, but it doesn't actually shut it down. You have to, you have to power it off or unplug it. See, this system isn't a UPS, right? This is just a redundant power supply. That's all that is. So if your power supply fails in your UDM Pro or any other, well, not all Gen 2 stuff, but some of the Gen 2 stuff, this will power it, right? That's it. Let's take a look at UPSs. So let's see what price range. Rack mount. What is APC UPS? I mean, oh, there's a CyberPower. Is CyberPower good? Anybody use that? See, that's going to take up 2 rack units. I don't have that, and I don't feel like paying $760. The only reason I would want the UPS is if we got hit by lightning or something, I wouldn't want it to blow all my equipment. I don't care about the time. Like if my power went out and it stayed up for a half hour, I don't care about that. When do you need to install a wooden backplate for the wall? Can you just use the studs? So I didn't install this. The person who I did the work for, their electrician, they did it. They had studs already up and they put the back. He asked if I needed anything for him to do. I said we need power and we need a backboard put up. If he wanted to do it, or we would have put the backboard up, but it was already studded, so it made it very easy. Okay, so we got a couple different results. They're different, avoid CyberPower, or they're decent. The Rogue AP I found was the Wi-Fi of the service providers. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that would do it. So when I go into a home and I'm putting in Unifi gear, I typically turn off the ISP's Wi-Fi that's broadcasting. Okay, so we got about 2 people who would go with CyberPower and then 1 that wouldn't. Really, all I would want is for it to not, knock my mess my equipment up. Trip light, yeah, that's not bad either, actually. I've seen that. I want to get a 1U. That's why, that looks nice, and it's only $258. I do, however, have Amazon gift cards for the States. Oh, I would need more power ports than that. That's an issue. Like, I'm not spending $1,000 on a UPS. And that would probably it would be so heavy it would take my rack down. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Maybe I'll look at Costco. I doubt they would have a rack mountable one though. I always try to get a pure sine ways up instead of simulate sine. I don't get what you mean. Ways up instead of simulated. Yeah, I'm not too sure what that means. Sorry. If you're not worried about runtime, why not just get a 1U surge protector? I do have a surge protector. I have something in there. I forget what it is. I'm not worried about time at all. I honestly could care less. If my power goes out, my internet could go out, whatever. Doesn't bother me. I mean, it would suck if I'm working with the client and it goes out, but realistically, if you want a ton of time, like over an hour, you're paying a lot of money for that battery backup. APC, you could rely on support, priceless, plus replacement. Batteries are decent. I'd buy from APC. Amazon, avoid. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get away from Amazon and go with distributors, but Amazon's just so convenient. Well, I guess the main reason to have the UPS is for the Synology NAS. Yeah, well, I just don't know if you could power it off by the UPS. Do you remove the ISP Wi-Fi router when you're installing the Unifi gear? It depends, right? So if your ISP allows you to bypass their stuff, then you can. But most of the time, you need to use the ISP router modem. I run both CyberPower and APC. Both have been good. Awesome. By code, you need a firewood plywood on any wall before you mount a cabinet. Okay, makes sense. All the places that we've done, they've always had plywood. The electricians typically do it for us. I think you might, did you mention that last live stream? PC Canada. Somebody mentioned PC Canada. I've never even heard of them before. Cody, where can I find picture instructions of all the options offered by the UDM Pro or the Switch? Hate to take my own picture to help my clients. I don't honestly know if they have a section for that. I don't think they do. I'm not too sure where they would. Would your clients really be touching the LCD screens though, that often? UPS into your PDU. Yep, that's a good idea. Yeah, I could mount the UPS vertical. If you have a surge protector, then you should be good. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I mean, the gear was given to me. The most of the gear was given to me, but I'd hate to have to rebuy it. It's like 10 grand worth of stuff. I think he's referring to how to clean. Clean is the power from the UPS. Oh, gotcha. See, I don't understand that stuff at all. That's above my head. Reach out to APC. Yeah, maybe they will. I try not to reach out to too many vendors. I mean, I have in the past. I reached out to Protectly. This was a while ago, and they did send me a unit, which was great. But I try not to reach out to people. I'd rather them reach out to me and ask me if I want to do a review on their product. You can set the Synology NAS to shut down the NAS with CyberPower. Oh, that's awesome. Your battery needs replacing. My APC turns off my QNAP rack when it's down. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting to know. It would be good to have, I think on Wednesday, my uncle owns a communication business. All he does typically is, phone and data cabling and VoIP systems, but we're going in for another MSP to swap out network gear and put their stuff in. They're putting in all smart plugs and all that type stuff so they could remotely power cycle all their gear. It's pretty cool, and they're like 6 hours away from us. So if they need a server power cycle, they'll just server it by the actual power plug. Did I have anything else on here I wanted to talk about? UPS, nope. That we went over. TP-Link stuff, we'll do more. That's end of life, apparently. I'm trying to think. I had something else, but I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was how, I mean, we've grown quite a bit. Like the channel's grown a lot. I remember I was going to mention this before we did the 10K giveaway. When did I post that? Let's go to my community. I think I posted in the community. Your channel. Pretty sure I posted the 10K thing. Yeah, here's what the office looked like last week. It was a nightmare. There's just stuff everywhere, boxes, ton of access points. But yeah, I was interested to see the stats of how quickly the channel's grown. I don't think that, oh yeah, here it is right here. So in 2 months, we've gained almost 5,000 subscribers, which is really good. I mean, that's probably the biggest growth that I've seen. I remember going from 0 to 100 subscribers was insane. It took months. It probably took 6 months to get to that. And then once you hit that level and kept going, once you hit 1,000 subscribers, it just, you know, took off from there. But these last few months have been, I mean, I'm pretty sure in the last month, I've gotten over 2,000 subs. Oh, it shows right there, but whatever. So in the last month, we've gained 2,145 subscribers, which is pretty, I mean, that's the last 30 days. That's awesome. And you guys can see revenue there. This is Canadian dollars, mind you, not US. Where was I? My AP, okay, so that was Bruce saying that. Diamond, I'm doing well. Thank you. Marcus, how's it going? I have a Belkin 12 outlet power supply surge protector. Says it will cover up to $300,000 connected. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I actually didn't look at the price range which mine would cover. Well, that's nice until the control. Well, the thing with that, my uncle has the contract with these guys that if they, you know, need something like that and they can't power cycle itself, he'll go out there, charge them a service call, and do whatever they need, right? Oh, we're at 50 likes now. Awesome. Juan, thank you very much. Yeah, so yeah, the last 2 months have been great. I forget when I said I was going to do another giveaway. It's probably going to be at 20,000 subscribers. The last giveaway went really well. I thought how people acted in the chat was awesome. I was thinking there would be a couple bad apples and people getting upset about not winning, but none of that seemed to happen. So we'll probably end up doing another one at 20,000. And what I realized, the person who won, I forget where he was from, but he was international to me. And I said, if you're international, you're going to have to pay for the shipping. It turned out that it wasn't that much. It was about $70 to ship it to them. So I ended up just paying for it. So I'll probably include international shipping in my next one, just so that whoever wins it could just get the access point, right? And there's no, or whatever I give away. So yeah, we have 5,700 more and then we'll do a giveaway. I did a goal at the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021. I forget when it was. I think my goal was either 20 or 30,000 subscribers for the end of this year. If it's 20,000, I'm pretty sure we're going to hit it. 30,000, we'll see. It's still a bit away. Only the shutdown in emergency case happened. Yeah, my UDM Pro, or my lab UDM Pro, it took too long to respawn. So I had to go through the factory reset stuff. Unifi lineup got a refresh. Do you think the Edge will as well? There are some new Edge stuff in the EA store, I think. You just have to go look in their early access program. Well, hard work and dedication pays off. Yeah, it is a lot of work. And this week, I just get so impatient, right? So when I do a video, I really should stick to a schedule. I always say I'm going to release a video Monday and Wednesday. And then I do a video yesterday for the point-to-point stuff that I was going to release Monday. And then I'm like, no, I'm just going to release it now. I'll do something else Monday. But if I keep doing that, I'm gonna run out of things to talk about, right? So in the last month, I've released 22 videos. March 6th, what day was that? That was Friday. Okay, so that was a live stream and a video. So I mean, that's quite a few videos. That's almost a video. That's almost a video a day I've been doing. I'm sure there's always something that I could come up with, but when we're looking at statistics wise, Unifi blows everything else out of the water, right? Let's take a look here. And I'm talking about Unifi and not like this point-to-point stuff. So on the point-to-point stuff, we have 1,500 views, and these might be a little off. The UDM Pro manual update, almost 2,000, but then the new Unifi stuff that I went through, I mean, you could see the numbers, 12,000, 10,000, 5,000, 5. And then if we go to something not Unifi, where the heck would it, like this, the Asus AX 1100. This has been released since February and only doesn't even have 1,500 views. I'm trying to get more stuff onto my channel, but we obviously want it to do somewhat well, right? Javier, thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. That's awesome. Where were we? Would you use an RJ45 cover cap on the switches? Yes, if in a slightly, I probably would. For the price of the RJ45 caps, it will save your ports. What NAS do you have experience with? The Synology NAS, typically. I mean, I used to do data center design with like Cisco NAS systems and stuff like that, but I wasn't like into the super technical stuff with it. You can't not always winning. Yeah, I appreciate that $5. Thank you, Javier. I believe there are SPDs that can be mounted behind the wall plug and usually are cheaper. Okay. Discord link. I do have, so yeah, I put the new Discord link in here. I need to go through my videos. Maybe I'll do it today and update it. So here's the Discord link if you guys want. Yeah, Unifi is really good. I want to get pfSense in there too, but I don't really know what to talk about with the pfSense stuff. I've already done like a full build. The thing with Unifi is I could just keep buying gear. Like they release quite a bit of gear. It's almost monthly that they're releasing new stuff, right? Sorry if you guys hear it go quiet. I'm trying to mute myself when I drink. Your videos speak for yourself. You break things down very simple. Great job. Thank you. I posted about this in the Discord, but I followed your remote VPN video and my ISP modem asked my local LAN port, asked for the local LAN port and WAN port. Oh, you're talking about, oh, I think I saw your Discord. You should have them the same. So if you're using, it would be port, what, 500 and 4500? I think you need to specify, though, your Radius server ports as well. I think you have to specify 1812 and 1813. Unifi's fits the perfect niche for home prosumers. Maybe you can update your OpenNAT video for the Xbox. So I might do it's kind of hard because I don't want to really be a gaming channel. And the amount of comments I get off of this, that was really one of my first videos. Let's look at it. Xbox. And it's gotten quite a few views. Forget which one it was. Probably this one here. Okay, so analytics. So it's gotten 55,000 views, but the problem is people, when they have issues, they're asking me like, how do I do it, right? Or this, where was this? Oh, somebody a week ago, right? There's just so many comments on it that I can't get to, and everybody's situation is going to be different in their house. You'll have double NAT, or they'll be using different gear. And I don't know. Do people on my channel really want to see Xbox videos? I guess they could just not look at it and skip it, and if they don't want to see that stuff. But you can see on some videos you've lost subscribers, right? Not that it's the end of the world. If I'm going to lose a subscriber over one video that I do, they're probably not a good fit for this channel anyway. Virgil, thank you. 1508. That's crazy. So you don't have to do the math. It does tell me in the chat revenue. I'm just scared to show my screen because the last time I did it, I already told most of you guys this. The last time I did it, that's why I got this this strike here, because somebody got my stream key and then they were playing naughty stuff on my stream live to people. Appreciate the 10 pounds or the $15.08. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Looking for a CCTV system which uses PoE. Is there any which that spring to mind? I would use Unifi, but it depends on your budget, right? So Reolink, I do have a Reolink system, and maybe I'll do a video on it. I forget what system I bought. It was like, I think it was a Reolink. Was it a 4 megapixel, 5 cameras? I gave it to my parents and I just haven't installed it yet. I bought it to do a video on this channel. It might be this, but with only 4 or 5. No, that's a 16 channel. The price is just so low. I think it's this one right here. So 549 bucks for 4 or 5 megapixel cameras. I can't tell you how good they work because I haven't really used it. I did plug it in and I noticed that it was a bit laggy, right? I didn't really like that, but I haven't played around with it too much. Possibly I could do that could be an on-site job and I do it at my parents' house. I don't know. Yeah, Unifi cameras are expensive. That's the only problem, unless you're getting like the G3 Flex, which are 99 bucks Canadian, but then you need to get this. You need to get the Cloud Key at a minimum, the Cloud Key Plus. So there's $259, and then you need a power over Ethernet switch. What camera I did like in the past, I mean, it was an okay camera for the price point, was the Lorex Systems. And that's one of my bigger videos as well. So Lorex 4K NVR. I think this is the system I had. I believe I had 8 cameras though. But this wasn't too bad. The only thing, when you went to 4K, I think it dropped your frames per second down to like 10 frames per second. Let's just see. This is NVR. I mean, they're not bad cameras. They have active deterrence, which is kind of cool. Some people like the lights coming off. You could turn that off. That's not a thing that you have to have on all the time. So it was kind of neat. You could integrate it with their new doorbell camera. And it's a lower price point. You're paying $799 for it all built in. It has an 8-port PoE switch in the back. No, Lorex isn't Hikvision. Let's go to, I could see if we could scroll through my video and I'll show you what the interface looks like. Lorex. Whoops, that's not what I want. Who did I have reach out to me? Enki? They did send me a camera in the past, and I asked them, before they sent it to me, I asked it if it was a Hikvision rebrand, and they said no. They kept saying no, and then I looked at the camera, I plugged it in, it was a Hikvision rebrand, so I never did a video on it. I have no interest in it, and they wanted to send me another one, and I turned them away. That was unboxing. 87,000 views. I think this is my most played video. Crazy. And it's not a good video by any means. Let me mute it and then play it. Ooh, that pixel. What is this playing in? Oh, I don't think I could do the quality. Hold on a sec. I just want to show you the Oh, show you the interface. What the heck was I doing in this video? Oh Lord, I'd still have that poster. I don't know where it is though. Yeah, so this is the Lorex system. It looks a lot different. It's easier to use. I think I was a little thinner there too. Crap. So, I mean, it's still, you know, it's all right. It's not the best system, but it's not too bad for the price point. And this doesn't really show you guys any cameras outside, which is too bad. You could use a Synology NAS, yes, you could use your Synology. And I have done a video with the Synology with the 2 free licenses. It works well, and maybe I'll do an updated video on that. Will it play well with the UDM Pro? No, it won't. So Unifi only does their Unifi stuff. You can't have any other system kind of integrated with it, right? Finally joined the Discord. Lots of knowledgeable people in there. Yeah, I'm not in it all the time. I go in it once in a while when, I mean, I'll see what's happening, but usually it's just like discussion between, you know, the community members, which that's what I made it for. And they could help each other out. Which is, you know, always the end goal. This I still need to set up in my kitchen. This is the Raspberry Pi 4 screen, but now I don't really need to because I figured out that you could put your Unifi cameras with the NVIDIA Shield, which is awesome. It's amazing. Check out, yes, I've looked at IPVM before. Yeah, I didn't look there if it was a Hikvision rebrand though. So Hikvision isn't banned in Canada yet, but I know it is banned in like government sites by the US. Have you heard of the Lox One smart home where everything runs on one Ethernet type cable? I haven't. Let's take a look. So this, okay. What I'm having a lot of people ask me about is the, what is it, Control for You or something like that? I would love to get the house more integrated with just one smart home application. Right now I just use a lot of Google stuff. We have the Google, I think it's the Google Home Hub. And that integrates with their light switches and stuff like that. There's just so many different vendors out there for this type of things now. Shading controls would be really cool. Sauna would be nice if I had one. The access control is pretty huge. I see a lot of people putting Wi-Fi locks on their house. That scares me. I would never do that. Not exactly Ethernet, but like it. I wonder if they show it here anywhere. They probably don't, but I'll look into it. Let's see if they have any installers in Toronto. I don't think they do. Should I become an installer for this stuff? That's the thing. I don't think I would want to get into home automation. I mean, like as a business for my house and for myself, sure. Smart curtains. Well, I mean, it's really, it is lazy, but then it's just convenience, right? Like if I'm watching a movie or something and I don't want to get up, I mean, yeah, that is pretty lazy to not be able to shut my curtain. What else was there? I wanted to use a Lutron switch to control my fireplace because there's a flick switch to do the gas fireplace on and off. But apparently that's not up to fire codes, but I think that would have been awesome to do. And then I could be extra lazy. But I'm probably going to wrap it down. We've been going about an hour and 20 minutes. So if you guys have any other questions, we'll go for about 5 or 10 more minutes. I don't know when I'll release my next video. Probably tomorrow. I'm not too sure what it's going to be. We do need to do the, I think I did, what did I do this on TikTok? We do need to do this video. So the G4 Dome, I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like this week. I think it's supposed to be warm out in where I live, so I'll probably end up doing it this week. but it won't be out tomorrow unless I get it mounted today, because I want to show you guys the night vision on it. Troy, thank you very much. I appreciate the $20 tip. That's awesome. Thank you. That will just go back into the channel for buying some more gear. I appreciate it. Can't you use a gaming router without a modem? Not really. I mean, it depends on how your ISP provides you the internet. No connection to that. Is everyone beefing up their home networks? So I see your channel growing. It probably does have a lot to do with that, to be honest with you. A lot of people who contact me are home networks, and they're wanting to get, you know, Unifi or something better put in their house. And maybe that could be the channel growth. It's not like my channel is not really obviously towards enterprise. It's more towards home user, I guess, and small business. Yeah. Oh, and here's me with hair. I still have hair under this hat, but I have alopecia. There's actually a little mark right there. You can see the hair falling off, but this whole place was a disaster. These cables were all existing. These cables were all run in the ceiling. I tried wire combing it, but I didn't end up. They wanted to reuse old patch panels, rip the cables off and then punch them back down, which you shouldn't do. But either way, I was getting paid to just punch these cables down, so I did my job. G4 Dome video is going to do really well. Can't wait. I mean, there's already been people who've done it. There's this one guy. I don't follow him. I forget his channel. Let's look it up. I probably should follow him. He does, his video quality is pretty decent. Review. This guy right here. DPS Technology. He's done a lot of Unifi. So he's done like comparisons. He did the PTZ camera, right? Which I don't have, which I wish I had. I haven't watched a full view of his stuff. I might subscribe to him. I'm going to watch some of his videos later on today. The cable is on Discord now. Awesome. Warm and dry until Thursday. That's perfect. I do have some outdoor work that I got to get done this week and Thursday. I think Thursday is supposed to rain a lot, but I still got to mount some cameras. Just going to get off of that YouTube so that video stops playing. Thinking about getting the regular UDM and a U6 long range. I'm not sure what kind of negative interaction it might get from mixing those two standards. You'll be fine. I have a U6 LR in this room, and then everything else is Wi-Fi 5. Always enjoyed your videos. I like how you discuss so many items. I try to do that, right? And then I think a lot of content creators probably go through this. When they make a video, you always want to see it. Let's go back here. This is what you always want to see it. I mean, I really used to care about this. I don't really anymore. But you see this right here, ranked by views, right? So I just released this video and it's ranked out of my last 10 videos, number 7. We all knew that the Unifi Dream Machine 1.9 would go up, but that's what you always want to see. You want to see every video go to top 1. It's not the end of the world. I used to care a lot about, what was it? Likes and dislikes. You know, when somebody downliked your video, when I first started, you'd feel a little crushed and defeated, but you know, now I could care less. Like this video, which one was it? I think it's this one here. 6 downlikes. I mean, whatever. This one has 1. This was to update it manually, right? That type of stuff I used to really care about. But it's about putting out the content, and there's going to be a lot of stuff that people just don't care about, or it's not new technology. Like the point-to-point stuff point-to-multipoint isn't new. It's just something new to me that I thought I'd bring to the channel. I mean, Crosstalk Solutions probably done a crap ton of this stuff, right? But it's always good to get different variety of videos onto the channel. Home automation is really interesting. I mean, I probably could do some home automation videos, but I'd say at the beginning of the videos, I'm not a home automation expert. HomeKit, I hear a lot of people talk about, and I think that would be interesting to get into, but I don't even know where to start. Thanks for your input. Much appreciated. No problem. Lord, 83-minute live stream. This is a long one. I used to stream on Twitch playing video games. I mean, I only had probably 2 or 3 viewers at most. Actually, I did have like 10 or 12 at one time playing Halo, but I would used to do that for like 8 hours and try to make something of it. And there's nobody talking to you. So you're just talking to the camera, talking to yourself. At least with this, people ask questions and I could respond to it. You think they will ever add remote backups for Unifi Protect? I'm not too sure. It seems like they're trying to add Unifi remote cloud backup, whatever, in the new 1.9, which is kind of cool. I don't know if I want my backups in the cloud though. So I'll probably still back my stuff up after. Home Assist. Yeah, maybe we'll look into that because really the only thing home automation wise I have is like the Google Home and a couple Lutron light switches. That's it. But if nobody has anything else, I'm going to end the stream. I will hopefully be back on next Friday. I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to see how the schedule is like. I don't think I've scheduled anything for Friday yet. I'm hoping, I always want to try to make both streams, the Friday and Sunday. If I'm not on Friday, I'll see you guys next Sunday. Other than that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and I will see you next week. Take care.